The thing is, you do not need Pinterest perfect homes to romanticize your life. Hi guys, good morning and welcome back to another vlog. If you're seeing me for the very first time, hi, my name is Tarasha. I live in Gurgaon and I make lots of lifestyle, productivity and daily diaries type of content. I share everything from my morning routines, my evening routines, how I unwind after a long day, and I'm all about romanticizing little things in life. And well, today's video is all about that. The thing is, you do not need Pinterest perfect homes to romanticize your life. Honestly, you can do it right where you are. I live in Gurgaon, not exactly a place people imagine when they think of dreamy, aesthetic life. But for me, romanticizing life has nothing to do with the city you live in or the things that you own. It's about the little choices you make every single day. Today, I want to share with you small rituals. I do not call them habits because I choose to do them again and again. So these are some intentional rituals that help me slow down in life. So basically, we are talking about romanticizing everyday life, things that make an ordinary day feel a little bit more whimsical or magical, whatever you want to call it. For me, everything starts with mornings. When I was working in corporate, I used to dread waking up early because I had to straight away turn on my laptop and log on to check my emails. And trust me, it was the worst way to start your mornings. I would snooze my alarm until the last possible minute and I hated it. It was like I was playing catch up daily. So my number one advice would be, do not switch on your laptops, do not go on any screens, save yourself some trouble and do not do that. Coming back to now, my mornings are super sacred to me. I wake up, make myself a cup of coffee, usually black coffee, and instead of gulping it down, I make sure to sit down in my cozy little corner with my comfy throw and sip on it slowly. In my opinion, that small act of choosing presence over productivity changes my mood for the entire day. Also, romanticizing your mornings doesn't mean that you need to wake up at 5 a.m. or even 5:30 a.m. Just take your time, but do not rush yourself into a 10-step routine because that is not sustainable. It just means giving yourself some space to arrive in your day instead of rushing through it. Alright, that was enough rambling. Even the crow's tired now of hearing me out. Anyways, I'm gonna continue with my walk and I'll see you when I get back home. This might sound simple, but it's such a game changer, dressing up for yourself. Let me be honest and put it out there that I was one of those people who used to save good clothes for going out and lived in my pajamas at home. But now when I think about it, like why? Why wait for an occasion? Now I like to take my sweet time getting ready even if I'm not going anywhere. In summers, I'll wear a kurta, a flowy dress, even a t-shirt. Pro tip, if you want to look put together and very decent without making an effort, try out plain tees instead of graphic t-shirts. I mean, I wear graphic t-shirts all the time, But when I put on a plain tee, it makes me feel so elegant, so decent, and sophisticated, if that makes any sense. In winters, I prefer to put on a hoodie or a crew neck to feel put together. Also, always put on some perfume, like a fresh fragrance just changes your entire mood. And maybe before getting started with your day, just accessorize, like put on some simple hoops, like have a good pair of golden and silver hoops. I promise it's gonna instantly shift your mood. Honestly, it is one of the easiest ways to romanticize your life, like treating yourself as an occasion, dressing up to feel good and confident. Anyways, I'm all ready. Let's head into the kitchen and continue our conversation. So, I don't live in a Pinterest perfect home. Most of us don't. But I truly believe every home has the potential to feel warm and inviting. So, what I do is create cozy corners all around my house. For example, my coffee corner. This means so much to me that I keep on changing the decor or whatever you want to call it, like the setting. Right now, I've added a few winter things or props that would get me into the winter spirit and would make this place feel cozy, because me and AB, we both love having our coffees and we are way too serious about our coffees, so it only made sense to keep it pretty. I also invested in my coffee maker, like I think so clearly 3 to 4 years ago, and I use it every single day and it brings me so much joy. So instead of splurging on random sales, get yourself something that you're gonna appreciate each day. Also, apart from this, I've curated a cute corner in my drawing room where I always have a wax melt going on, or I'm either burning a candle on the dining table. It is all about setting the vibes. I usually get myself some fresh flowers after every couple of weeks and I place them over my desk so that I'm motivated when I'm working. These little things, apart from the coffee machine, do not cost much, but they add up so much personality and character into your life. Even a cup of tea or coffee feels different when I sit in my cozy corner, be it on my couch where the wax melt is burning or on my desk. Like, I sip my green tea every afternoon at my desk and it's the most satisfying moment of the day. All I wanna say is, in India, cities like Gurgaon, where life moves literally so fast, these small intentional things remind me to slow down and be home. Anyways, enough of rambling, let's make that coffee. I switch my coffee syrups as per the seasons. Usually for winters, I get Irish cream, but this time I got the cinnamon one, and let me tell you, it feels like a hug in a mug whenever I add this to my coffees. So it only makes sense to add this today too. Unpopular opinion, but every beverage tastes better with a straw. Cheers. This syrup is gonna be amazing in hot cappuccinos. Okay, now coming on to food. Food is such a main part of our life, and I feel like most of us are just rushing it and eating mindlessly. I was guilty of that too, like eating in front of my laptop or even working while cooking, rushing through dinner, like barely tasting what I actually made. But now I like to turn meals into tiny rituals. And for me, if I do not plate it right, by right I mean aesthetically pleasing, to my eyes, it just doesn't seem appetizing to me anymore. Even if it is something as simple as dal khichdi, I'll plate it nicely with a papad on the side and a chopped up salad. Like, that's my vibe. I like food when it looks pretty on the plate, and you know what, not eat it in a rush, like sit down at the table, at the dining table, and then have it. Trust me, it doesn't take any extra time, but it makes eating feel like a whole experience. And on weekends, AB and I will make a cozy brunch or even try out a new cafe. It's all about turning something ordinary into a tiny celebration. In my opinion, that is what romanticizing food is all about. It's not about luxury, but being present and taking your time to either cook it or eat it. Actually, it's not either or, it's both. Like, you need to be present, like mentally present while cooking the food, because half of the taste is in your thoughts, like the thoughts you put into your food and how nicely you plate it and how peacefully you eat it. Okay, so evenings are my chance to reset. I'll water my plants, put my phone away, get a candle burning. Sometimes I read, sometimes I journal, and sometimes I just sit quietly. I know the world tells us that evenings are for Netflix, going out, late night scrolling, and yes, I do that sometimes too. But you know what? Even 20 minutes of intentional wind down actually makes me feel that I've lived my day fully and not just rushed through it. I'll usually end my nights with chamomile tea, just pour in a little bit of honey, take it to my bedroom, dim the lights of my room. I started doing this recently, I think from 2 to 3 months, and honestly, it has started feeling like a self-care ritual and I wait for it daily. It's all about treating yourself with love. And now here's the most important part. Romanticizing your life doesn't mean that you need to copy every aesthetic that you see online. I know most of our Instagram feeds are full of aesthetic corners, but the thing is, you need not travel to Paris, have perfect homes, or expensive candles, skincare, home decor. It is all about your mindset. Choosing to find beauty in the small, ordinary moments, that is the real meaning of romanticizing life. The way the sunlight hits the walls of your house, the way you look at the plants that you planted, the smell of fresh chai, that masala chai in the morning, or even the smell of fresh coffee, the sound of rain, the quietness in the street early in the morning, the comfort of clean sheets, and the sound of birds chirping. Once you start noticing these things, your life feels so much more softer, richer, and more meaningful, no matter where you are. So that's how I romanticize my life living here in Gurgaon. No expensive changes, no expensive decor, no expensive habits, no Pilates classes. I am all up for my walks. I romanticize my life through little rituals that make my day feel intentional and more cozy. I'd love to know what's that one little thing that you have added to your routine or your life to make it more whimsical and beautiful. Share it in the comments so that we can all get inspired. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I share my routines and my everyday life. I post a lot of vlogs. You can find those on my channel. Until next time, remember, you don't need Pinterest perfect homes to live a romantic life. You just need to be present in the moment.